What's going on, everybody? For USA Muay Thai, my name's Nate Freeman. I'm joined today by the man who will be representing us at the IFMA World Championships in the 71 kilo division, Jordan Hankerson. Jordan, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
Fantastic. Cannot complain.
Good.
So this is your first time joining the USA Muay Thai team. So first of all, congratulations and welcome to the USA Muay Thai family. Let's dive right into it. I'd love to hear a little bit about what life was like for you growing up and how you got into Muay Thai and how you got to where you are today.
Precisely, yes. So life for me growing up, pretty much youngest of the family. I've always been an athlete. So basketball was like my first, I guess, discipline in my life, and it gave me the clearest path. I played basketball since I was 5 years old. So I ended up playing in college. I went to Alvernia University, transferred out, went to Rowan University, and that's where I really fell in love with martial arts. Pretty much, I started to really watch the UFC a lot. That was my trends. I love the striking aspect of sports, of the combat sports. I found that to be the most kind of unique and beautiful. So I gravitated towards it naturally. And then from there, after college, I needed an outlet, and Muay Thai for me was just kind of like a hand in glove fit. I always say I kind of got addicted to it. Just like the training aspect, the discipline, the competitor in me came out naturally from Muay Thai, and from there, I kind of just like fell in love with fighting, obviously challenging myself, and it's just kind of shaped who I am today.
What did the process look like from you when you started training, going from that to competing, to getting to a point now where you're not only competing but winning a lot, and obviously getting to the point where you're representing us at the IFMA World Championships?
Precisely, yes. Great question. So the process really it started with just wanting to see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a new journey. It's a new sport. So you start with just seeing like who are you like when faced with adversity. You answer questions about yourself, like being able to get back up off the canvas, whether it's in just in life in general. So that's why I see fighting as just like I answer a lot of questions about myself when I'm in the ring and under the lights. So um, but the process was good. It was like I said, it was natural. I didn't have a problem with getting. I didn't have necessarily a problem with like the competition aspect of it. For me, it was just really getting over. Mm, that's a very good question. The process of fighting. It was. It was. I'm trying to think if there's any like the real hurdles. No, there's no real like it was kind of like I'm a competitor, so like it kind of like it just fit like it's just like a different mentality you get in with fighting. It's not as like you're not as okay with losing, and you're not as like you don't cut corners with it. Like it's more personal. It seems like, um, but competition is competition. Like whether I be, running track or playing tennis or anything like that, it's just you and another person. So it is like a more primal aspect of competition. That's the biggest difference. It's more primal.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So you mentioned that you played basketball in college and transitioned to Muay Thai, so you've been an athlete your whole life. Um, Tell me a little bit about maybe some things that you have been able to take from playing basketball at such a high level to your training in Muay Thai.
Precisely. So playing basketball, things translate. Like, say, if you have a matchup, you take that matchup and you find out what he can do, what doesn't he like to do. So I take that same aspect with fighting. So you study your opponent, you study what your weaknesses are as well. Once you are aware of yourself, you can then kind of transcend your weaknesses into strength, and also just like watching yourself grow. So um, it's just the same. I take a lot of like skill wise, I take a lot of my hand eye coordination, my footwork, my twitchiness, my spatial awareness, my awareness of range. These are things that translated really well from Muay Thai to basketball, because basketball is a lot of spatial awareness. Um, but yeah, and just like overall, just being an athlete. So that's things that translated well for me.
Yeah, cool. So changing gears a little bit, I want to hear about your experience at the USA Muay Thai Grand Nationals,
Hmm.
maybe some things that you learned from your experience there, and then looking ahead, um, talk about what it means to you to be representing your country on the world stage, and maybe some things that you're working on to get prepared for that.
Precisely. So things I learned from the Grand Nationals is obviously I see myself as a high level fighter at this stage, but there's always someone better than you. There's always someone that knows more than you, in some aspect of it. So kind of like keeping like a really humble like white belt mentality that I can always learn from someone else, but also like don't diminish yourself too much and be like you have to believe in yourself to step in the ring in the fight. So that's one aspect of it. But the other aspect of it is like, yo, I just want to be a sponge to as many perspectives and philosophies as you can that could help me out potentially. So it was cool, like just being around so many people that love the sport as well, purists, like pure martial artists. So that was cool too. But yeah, I want to represent my gym well and my country well. It's happening fast. I had my first fight in 2022. Um, yeah, I had my first fight in June of 2022. So it's happening fast. But I just want to represent my family, myself well, my gym, and and let it play out in in uh, in God's hands. You know what I'm saying? I put the work in. You just could control what you can control, and just go in there, express myself, and do God's will.
Absolutely. So you train out of Weapons 9
Yes, sir.
in New Jersey. And that is the same gym as John Esposito. For those who don't know, he um, had a story about a year and a half, 2 years ago, about how he um, lost his limbs. He was a Muay Thai athlete and he lost his limbs in an accident. And
Hmm.
he has come back and started doing training and stuff like that. Um, Talk to me about maybe what inspiration you've gathered from him throughout this whole process and just overall your team Weapons 9.
Precisely. Yeah. So I credit a lot of my success to my team as a whole, and John is one of our leaders. When I first started in the gym, John was like, I'll never forget. John Esposito was like sweeping me like 3 times straight, 4 times straight, 5 times straight, and like Malcolm Hill was also there. He was like, yeah, he keeps giving you his hip, right? And John was like, yep. So like those were guys that kind of like brought me along my journey, and just like seeing how John handles everything, man. Like how a man reacts to a situation just says more about his character. And John's somebody that, like the way he handled his situation is a testament to who he is as a man and somebody I admire and I look up to. Um, but yeah, my gym as a whole, like success is never success is never an accident. It's a product of like your environment, the opportunity you're given, and obviously I work hard, but my gym as a whole has been able to level me up. So I'm nothing without my gym. They've prepared me for you know everything that I've been through. So I thank God that I've aligned with this path and with Weapons On.
Absolutely. So you talk about leveling up. I'd love to hear about some things that you're working on in the gym to get better, whether that's more technical things or whether that's maybe the mental aspect of the game or whether it's conditioning or whatever. What are some things that you're doing right now to improve and become a better athlete?
So things I'm just working on improving. I want to work on. I don't want to give away too much of myself, but being like just more fluid in both stances. Naturally, I'm a righty, so like my power side is my right. But being able to be fluid in both stances is something I've been working on. Besides that, just overall the mental aspect, like staying calm in there. I mean, I'm good at staying calm in there, but trusting my instincts always, letting go more, hands in the kicks, just fully expressing my full arsenal. Things I've been working on, staying calm and just letting go. That's what I see fighting as, just like a natural expression of self. So you're gonna get in there and you're like whatever's internal is gonna come out. So obviously you want to add technical. There's like technical aspects of it. Of course, you have to always work your technique, rep your kicks, your punches. But for me, just being fluid and just expressing myself 100% in there is always what I'm trying to do. But technique wise, always trying to improve both aspects, being fluent in both stances, pretty much.
Yeah, I like that. So before we wrap up, I want to go through a few rapid fire questions real quick, just so fans can maybe get to know you a little bit more on things outside of the cage,
Okay.
outside of the ring, I should say. So, what is your favorite striking technique?
Ooh, so like one like a specific punch or kick or
Yeah,
okay. Uh, my right hand. I love my right hand.
awesome. Your favorite either book or movie?
Book or movie? Dang. So I'll go movie. Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. Your favorite Muay Thai athlete?
The General, Jonathan Haggerty.
Yeah.
Outside of my the Jonathan Haggerty. I'm my own
Yeah.
biggest fan, but I know I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? But Jonathan Haggerty's like his style, man, is beautiful, beautiful, bro.
So along those lines, I forgot to ask you that one's Rich Franklin was in attendance at the event. Did you get a chance to speak with him at all and
No, I
connect with him?
didn't get a chance to speak with him. No, sir.
All
Eventually,
right. Well,
eventually we'll cross
um,
paths. If I continue on my path, continue on my team, following my coaches and crew, that's the goal one day to cross paths with Rich Franklin.
absolutely. Um, so then, favorite athlete outside of Muay Thai, outside of combat sports?
Mm. Favorite athlete outside of Muay Thai, I like Kyrie Irving. That's my as a basketball player. Kyrie Irving is, if you have an eye for the sport, what he does is just pure wizardry mastery. He's an artist, so that's my favorite athlete outside of Muay Thai, outside of combat sports in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, my favorite athlete all time. You see the Muhammad Ali poster in the background. That's my favorite athlete. But Kyrie Irving for sure when it comes to anything else.
Yeah. Kyrie, man, he really is a wizard with the basketball.
A wizard.
Yeah. And I assume you were a point guard as well when you were playing.
Yes, I was. I was a point guard until like I kind of grew a growth spurt. So I was really small up until like my freshman year. I was like 5'5", and then I grew to 5'10". So I was a point guard freshman, and then like I hit another growth spurt, and like I was like the tallest on my team. So I'm used to playing point guard, but they moved me to like the four, so I had to
Mm,
adjust. And yeah, like that it was good because I used to like I had to play like guys that are like physically bigger than me, but I had like the length on them, so it was like it worked out for the best. But
yeah.
yeah, at my heart, I'm a point guard. I like to play. Rondo is my favorite player as well. When it's on,
Yeah.
that's hoops. That's neither here nor there. But yeah.
Yeah. What advice would you give to yourself, maybe 5 years ago, someone who was maybe coming out of basketball and just starting Muay Thai? What advice would you give to yourself in that position?
Good question. Yeah, if I'll give my advice to myself would be just keep showing up every day. Consistency, like show up for yourself. Um, Obviously the discipline makes you who you are. So yeah, just keep showing up for yourself every day, and take it serious, but understand that what you do is what you do is just an aspect of who you are. I believe that like if you're too like stay grounded in something bigger than yourself. So I like to stay grounded in my faith and my family. Like that's really important to me, and obviously my close friends. But yeah, it's always good to stay grounded in something bigger than yourself. Like as ambitious people, we identify so much of who we are with what we do. But I think that if you can find something bigger than yourself, that just like brings you peace and like you get clarity from things like that. So just staying grounded in things outside of self, bigger
Yeah.
than
So we looked back 5 years just now. Let's look ahead 5 years. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I'll be a professional fighter. Hopefully, I'll be like on the world championship level in 5 years. If I stay the course, um, in 5 years, I will be in one championship, competing on that level. That's my goal in 5 years.
We'd love to see you there.
Yes.
Before we let you go, I want to give you a chance to do any shout outs. I know that folks are having to raise money to go to Greece to compete in the event. So if you have a fundraiser or anything going on, feel free to give that a shout out. And how can people follow you on social media?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, shout out to Weapons 9, Chris Tran, Tapia, the whole crew, Malcolm, everybody. Like, there's too many names to name. Like, I just named like the top 3, but like literally the entire gym. Thank you guys so much. Everyone helps out in their own way. Like, whether we're sparring partners, where you guys should hold pads for me. Like, you guys truly are. It's a team effort. So I'm a product of you guys. If you guys want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Jordan Hankerson. I'm not the best with I work in silence. I'm not the best with posting. I just like to work, but I'm going to get better with that as my career continues to grow. Again, this is happening fairly fast, so I got to get used to that as well. Shout out to Shipsco. So me and Shipsco out in Tennessee, they've been that brand is amazing for if you're a fighter, if you're just a fan of the sport. Shipsco is a great brand, and I've been working with them behind the scenes as well. So yeah, just shout out to them, and obviously I want to thank God for the opportunity. And then obviously USA Muay Thai, thank you guys for the opportunity. I want to represent well. I've been working hard behind the scenes, so hopefully I can represent well and be around other people that love the sport and taking it seriously. So that's just going to level me up.
Absolutely. We're excited to see you compete on the world stage for us, for USA Muay Thai.
Thank you.
Especially, like you said, everything's coming so quickly for you since you made your debut in 2022 and you're already representing us at the elite level. So we're excited to watch you and cheer you on in Greece here in a little over a month. So Jordan Hankerson, our 71 kilo representative in the men's elite division, thank you so much for your time and best of luck in the IFMA World Championships.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.